Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude, aka Steve, and welcome back to another game development log. This one about the battle replay system. It's a system where you could save a replay of a battle you've had. You could save it to your phone, or you can upload it to a database, and then that generates a code, and then you can take that code, and then you could give it to anybody, and anybody could download that code on their own phone, and then watch the battle that you played on their phone. So this is going to be from a local standpoint. I'm not going to be going on to actual devices and anything like that. Because it's just for sake of recording. So we'll go ahead and just going to play a mock battle here. We're going to do some things. We're going to do different kinds of actions and just then play it back and then watch to make sure that it works. So I have a oh wow, that did actually way more damage than I thought it was going to do. So I don't want to kill that thing turn one. So I want to go ahead and we'll move him there just to show that you can move and different actions work. We'll charge there, so just so that way it gets all shown in the actual battle replay. So there's the enemy Orosaur. He's going to go for root web. I have that as a little kind of action graphic. I want to have eventually where monsters can you can get different animations, like right there for the enemy that we're doing, and I can make it so the player can toggle it off as well. So this is the battle here. So we'll save the replay. That's the replay code. Obviously, I got to format it a little different, but it's whatever. So we'll go and we'll end the battle, and we'll go to the intro link, which is the place that's downloaded teams and saved replays and all that are there. So the replay that we are working on is this one. This is the replay here. So we'll go and we'll go watch the replay, and we'll make sure that everything is the same. And let's see, so far, yep, that is where everyone started. This was the order, and that means we're going to go ahead and go for a water grenade. That does, yep, that killed you. That got you down to about there, and then I moved, I believe the Arctera moved. It did, yep, it moved, and the energy is being used. And then I think I did a charge action with the Platatrode just to show that the charge action works, and it does. Obviously, he doesn't have more energy than he can at maximum anyway. Goes for the root web, and I believe that that attacked you. That did about 63 damage. And then I think we finished him off with an arcane lunar beam. That's right, that's what it was. Lunar beam. And he is dead. Yeah, we got that back. And okay, so look at that. That's it essentially. That is what it is. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and show you guys a little bit of the code that goes into it, and then we'll call it a video, right? Okay, so I wanted to briefly just kind of get the code that goes into it. As you can see, there's I have about 1,000 lines here, so I'm just gonna briefly go over the code that way to give you guys a little insight. And as I change it, because I know I'm gonna change this later, I want to be able to kind of come back and even look at this as I describe it, so I can help remind myself if that comes to it. So when a battle starts, a replay is created, and it creates this object that gets all the enemies, the tiles, and then it saves all the monsters and all their code and all that. So and then it the battles happen, and as battles happen, as every action happens, I have different action objects. They're called attack actions, defender actions, charge actions, skill actions, and movement actions. The different kinds of actions, and then it coordinates and it corresponds to each individual action as it happens. So the game knows what action took place. It gives it a key. I'll give you guys a bit of a visual. We'll go to there. So this is, we'll say, an attack action, right? So it has a key, which is a unique identifier for that particular action. That way, if you were to download this replay, the key for each action in each replay cannot be repeated somewhere else. So like you can't accidentally have the same key. That's why the numbers are kind of higher like that, and they're different. As you can see, they're also different digit amounts. So it's also so you can't accidentally overwrite a key with another key. It has the attacker. I create an index code for the attacker. What attack it used, where it started, if an effect got used, and then the actual battle key. Because every replay battle has its own key. But let's go to a more generic action, right? These are all the actions here. These are the keys, and they line up to as you can see here, a different battle key here. Different battles, different keys, perfect. And then what round it is for the sake of just kind of more data in the past, or data in the future to tell what happened in the past. So it has an action type here based on, so everything that happens, there is a key, an action type, and who did it, and then what the name of the battle replay was. So let's say there was so this is a defender action here. So this is the key that, this is the attack key that this defender corresponds with. This is who was defending, and these are modifiers if they dodged it, if there was a crit, if there was a miss, a random modifier for damage sake, if there was a status, if there was effect, and then what the battle was. So, and then it keeps track of all the monsters as well that are in the battle. That way it can download everything and come back, throw it all onto this table, and then cycle through it all. And then, so every battle, I hope you guys are following this. I hope you are. So every battle, these 6 tables are all consulted every round because it checks. The game knows what order the actions are based on the battle action. So we'll go through mock turn. Let's say the first turn, we'll go to the battle that we had, which is this one here. So this action here, it was an attack action because that's what 1 is. So then it goes through, because it knows that 1's an attack action, it finds the attack action that lines up with that key, and that is right here. It knows who the attacker was. It knows what the attack was. It knows where it started. So then it goes to, okay, what about defender actions? Are there any defender actions that share that key? There are. There are 2 defender actions that share that key. So that knows to find those specific defender actions. It lines up the defender code with the monster being attacked, and then it simply goes through each of the parameters, checks to see what happened in each attack, and then applies it accordingly. And then that goes over the course of the battle. So right now, the replay system doesn't really save any recordings of replays. It just takes a note and it gives a key to every action, and then it saves that into a giant object that gets saved to a database if you choose to upload it. If not, it stays in your game. And then when a battle is begun, it cycles through all of those, and it pretty much replays the battle. It goes through. So I'm not just showing you a replay of what happened. I'm recreating the steps exactly in a live kind of battle. So it's able to cycle through all of the regular battle mechanics. So, for instance, if this were a 1, it would know that particular attack dodged. So it would set that attack to be a dodge. So then, obviously, it wouldn't deal any damage. So it knows that. So I don't have to showcase the exact amount of HP loss. No, it just knows it got dodged. It was a dodge. I want to eventually make this more in depth and make this less like this, less dependent on each individual action, and kind of more free form. The reason why I have the round in there is because eventually I want to have it where you can skip to. So let's say the battle's 5 rounds. You can skip to round 4, and then it'll know everything that happened previous to that, and then start on the first action of round 4. That's eventually. I still have to do a lot of work with that, but right now it works the way it does. I hope you guys did enjoy this particular video, and this was a bit more technical, I think, and it showcased. This was way less about what's actually on screen and kind of more under the hood. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, subscribe for more, and I'll see each and every one of you guys next time. Good night.